Today our topic is why you need to stop seeking external validation. Let's talk about something that affects all of us, the need for approval from others. From a young age, we are taught to seek validation. We want our parents to be proud of us, our teachers to praise us, our friends to like us, and even strangers to respect us. But here is the truth. Constantly seeking external validation can hold you back from living a truly fulfilling life. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much approval you get, it will never be enough if you don't believe in yourself first. Let's explore why this happens and how you can break free from this cycle. First, let's understand what external validation is. It's when you rely on others to tell you that you're good enough, smart enough, or successful enough. For example, you might feel happy when someone compliments your work, but feel crushed if they criticize it. Your mood and self-worth depend on what others think of you. This is dangerous because it gives other people control over your happiness. You start living for their approval instead of your own. Think about it. How many times have you changed your behavior, your choices, or even your dreams, just to fit in or please someone else? This is the trap of external validation. It makes you lose sight of who you really are. Now, let's talk about why seeking external validation is so common. One reason is that we're social creatures. We want to belong. It's natural to care about what others think. But the problem starts when this need becomes too strong. Another reason is that society often rewards conformity. From school to work, we're taught to follow rules, meet expectations, and avoid standing out too much. This can make us believe that our worth depends on how well we meet these external standards. But here is the thing. No matter how hard you try, you can't please everyone. Someone will always have an opinion, and not all opinions will be kind or fair. If you base your self-worth on others' opinions, you'll always feel insecure. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're an artist. You create a painting and show it to 10 people. 5 people love it, 3 think it's okay, and 2 don't like it at all. If you're seeking external validation, you might focus on the 2 negative opinions and feel like a failure. But here's the question. Why should those 2 opinions matter more than your own? The truth is, they shouldn't. Your value as an artist doesn't depend on what others think. It depends on your passion, your effort, and your belief in your work. If you create something that means something to you, that's enough. External validation can never replace the satisfaction of knowing you've done your best. Another problem with seeking external validation is that it's unreliable. People's opinions change all the time. What's popular today might be forgotten tomorrow. If you base your self-worth on trends or other people's approval, you'll always feel unstable. Think about social media, for example. Many people post pictures or updates just to get likes and comments. They feel good when they get a lot of attention, but feel bad when they don't. This creates a roller coaster of emotions, where your happiness depends on something you can't control. Instead of living in the moment, you're constantly worrying about how others perceive you. This is no way to live. So, how can you stop seeking external validation? The first step is to understand that your worth doesn't come from others. It comes from within. You are enough, just as you are. You don't need someone else to tell you that you're smart, talented, or valuable. These things are already true, no matter what anyone else says. This doesn't mean you should ignore all feedback. Constructive criticism can help you grow. But there's a big difference between listening to feedback and letting it define you. Feedback is just information. It's not a judgment of your worth. The next step is to focus on your own values and goals. Ask yourself, what matters to me? What do I want to achieve? When you have a clear sense of purpose, you'll care less about what others think. For example, if your goal is to help others, you'll feel good knowing you're making a difference, even if not everyone appreciates it. On the other hand, If your goal is to get as many likes as possible on social media, you'll always feel empty because that goal depends on others. So, choose goals that are meaningful to you, not just popular or impressive. Another important step is to practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when things don't go as planned. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you feel like you've failed or let others down. But remember, everyone makes mistakes. Failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It just means you're human. Instead of beating yourself up, ask yourself what you can learn from the experience. This will help you grow stronger and more confident. Now, let's talk about Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can help you stop seeking external validation. Stoicism teaches that you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. This is a powerful idea. It means that no matter what others say or do, you have the power to choose your own thoughts and actions. For example, if someone criticizes you, you can choose to feel hurt, or you can choose to see it as an opportunity to improve. The choice is yours. Stoicism also teaches that true happiness comes from within. It doesn't depend on external things like money, fame, or other people's approval. Instead, it comes from living a virtuous life, being true to yourself, and focusing on what you can control. To apply Stoicism to your life, start by identifying what's within your control and what's not. For example, you can't control how others feel about you, but you can control how you treat them. You can't control whether you get a promotion, but you can control how hard you work. By focusing on what you can control, you'll feel more empowered and less dependent on external validation. Another Stoic practice is to remind yourself that opinions are just opinions. They're not facts. Just because someone thinks something about you doesn't mean it's true. You don't have to accept their judgment as your reality. Finally, let's talk about the benefits of letting go of external validation. When you stop seeking approval from others, you'll feel freer and more authentic. You'll be able to make decisions based on what's right for you, not what others expect. You'll also feel more confident because your self-worth won't depend on others. Instead of constantly worrying about what people think, you'll be able to focus on what truly matters to you. This doesn't mean you'll stop caring about others. It just means you'll stop letting their opinions control you. In conclusion, seeking external validation is like chasing a shadow. You'll never catch it, and even if you do, it won't make you happy. True happiness comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, what you value, and what you want to achieve. It comes from being kind to yourself and focusing on what you can control. So, stop looking for approval from others. Start believing in yourself. You are enough. You always have been. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll be able to live a life that's truly your own. Remember, the only validation that matters is your own.